light standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora, called for you to follow. You did not follow that which was calling from behind the curtain. You walked into the fire. Oh yeah, you're talking about the yeah. And the rest walked in walked in after you. The day when the stars disappeared, Rakan and Minoris, you ordered human cells to be saved, even though the dark was coming closer. Yep. And for another day, waking a ship, we lived. We tried to emerge into servitors like this. Oh, my bad. You did something we could not understand. You pierced one of the servants with a shard of the dark light. Deaths of the receptacles and the dark light is always near. Wants to come and be, even though not make others cease to be. This is what we've seen among many other things. We've begun to understand. We think we have. That we do not know everything about humans and about you. We've tried analyzing shells and defining sets of their needs and fears, their simple functions, but we think that there is more. There is another side that we do not see, a notion that is larger than we can compute, something that stands above fear needs, something that drives them. We envision a large notion as the flame, a blaze. It burns in your blood. You're holding a mote of this flame in your hand. No matter what decision you face with it, you want it to burn brighter. Those who turn away from the flame must be destroyed. Those who follow it, who follow you, are the only ones who deserve to lose. Speak of faith of the Imperial tenants, of the one who is above all, the Emperor. You're correct. I am his chosen. Let's go with the Iconoclast. That is wrong. That's not what you truly think. We've been examining you. We have felt you through your blood, gaze, and all that can be described. We are certain that we understood correctly. There's no chance. It's a minus 50 modifier. Don't want to be the. Well, that's what I said, but yeah. Bring in disobedience or dissonance. We don't understand why. We do not want to speak anymore for now. Okay. I know I didn't have a chance, but that's what I wanted to say. What's up, Cassia? It's significant. Magnificent. I'm pretty sure I've seen everybody. We're in which return to my chambers. Someone gonna attack me? Oh. Quiet, time to sleep. Did you just kill my head of ceremonies?
We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
Did you just kill my fucking head of ceremonies? Same man you saw among the guests is waiting for you in your chambers, with the look of someone who's supposed to be there. He casts a cold, assessing gaze over you, top to bottom. No one save Theodora has ever allowed themselves the liberty of looking at you in such a way. The woman behind Kazar, clad in black armor, glares at you. Her face is predatory readiness for imminent violence, the hallmark of a professional bodyguard. Will my servant live?
Probably. Unless he suffered from hidden ailments, he will soon come to without any major damage to his health. Either way, oblivion is a far safer option for him than the dangerous privilege of being a witness to this conversation.
When it comes on his back, gives you a bloodthirsty smirk. He's following orders. Anyway, he's never been a friend, so what's the point? Barge into my chambers? Are you quite mad, Inquisitor?
Is that what you think? I am fully aware of what I am doing. I am outlining our relationship. Need I remind you that the unsleeping eye of the Imperium is watching you even in your bedchamber? And not just the eye, but the Imperium's sensitive hands as well. In this case, my assistants and I. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
After saying these words, he shoots you a searching look from under his brow, like a regicide player who just made a first move. Okay. Of course, he's an Inquisitor. Of course, he's an interrogation. And what do you wish to know about the events in Janus?
Oh, I know it already. Even though you were quite effective at removing all evidence that could point to the blunder made by House von Valancius, it is saddening to realize that the rogue trader's connivance allowed a heretic who had been fostering a cult for years to come to power.
Theodore was the one who appointed Vestio? It's not a fucking smirk on me. Yeah, let's go down.
As my colleagues like to say, innocence proves nothing. You have inherited not just Theodora's glory and wealth, but her mistakes as well.
There'll be a pallet and everything you desire waiting for you on the pallet. No, I'm not gonna offer him. Every tool has a shelf life. First, yeah. No, I don't like any of these. But she was doing stuff under my rule, so I guess, yeah.
Your humility is heartening. Rest assured, it will be noted during the investigation of your lamentable oversight.
You knew what was happening on Janus. Why didn't you intervene yourself?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error. Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
What questions do you have for me about Kiva Gamma?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubis Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
That the priesthood of the Cubist Delphin belonged to answer for these crimes. The Adeptus Mechanicus would do well to watch the members more closely.
Never. Alas, everyone guilty of negligence within the ranks of the priesthood of Mars has already been identified and punished. Right now, I am assessing the actions of your dynasty. I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence. And the machine? You destroyed it. Why? So much invaluable data lost. In Master Van Kellogg's dispatch, he reported that he made you well aware of how important that data was, and he clearly requested that you not interfere in the investigation.
Machines held dark and dangerous knowledge. If anyone laid their hands on that foulness, it would cause nothing but harm.
You consider yourself more competent to assess this risk than myself or Master Van Kellogg's? Curious assertion.
Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
Xenos made attempts on St. George's life, more attempts on his life than mine. Does that make him a traitor too?
So you already think you're cut from the same cloth as St. Drusus, do you? Ambitious? I'll make note of it.
Answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rycat Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvia about you? Why did you choose to ignore the warning of a member of the Inquisition that a protracted sojourn near the dying Rycat Minoris could bring corruption down upon your ship? Were you driven by your concern for the people or forbidden interest? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character, but it won't in this case. Your transgressions are sufficient grounds to bring you before the Inquisition's judgment. And believe me when I say that if you fail to draw certain conclusions from my words, this is what will eventually happen. But for now, I am willing to show leniency, which is rather uncharacteristic of me. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
Blackmail? To what end? I'm a road trader and this is flagrant violation of my privileges.
And before what tribunal do you intend to challenge my authority? If, for the security of these territories, I find it necessary to execute any individual and replace them with a puppet counterpart, turn their realm to ash, and put their servants to death, I have the right to do so. The threats I protect the Expanse against are extraordinary and justify the harshest means. Welcome to my world, where going too far simply doesn't exist.
Why such an interest in my person?
You haven't been in a position of power for long, and so one can forgive you for not noticing the troubling changes. The cult of the Final Dawn is spreading in the Coronis Expanse. Not the first or the last heresy that has afflicted this sector, but one that is surprisingly resilient. Mysterious convoys are sliding by, bound for systems in the heathen stars. Just your humdrum pirate trade, wouldn't you say? Then why are the pirates themselves clueless? The Xenos, who have caused trouble in the sector before, have expanded their activities in the last few decades, and there is a logic and method to their previously chaotic raids. Even 2 packs of Space Wolves, blessed Space Marines summoned in my name, did not cool their interest in the Expanse. A mighty explorator fleet, which has studied the Expanse for hundreds of years, has suddenly stopped responding to communication and sunk into a dispute over a tech heresy that was considered dead a couple of centuries ago. House Chorda has clamped down on insurgents.
What's Chorda?
Yet its acts of brutality breed troublemakers just as quickly as they're executed. And this bloody carousel has consumed the attention of the esteemed Incendiar. Koligos Winterscale has abruptly lost all interest in his domain, and his only apparent concern now is hunting even more dangerous xenobeasts. And the third and final rogue trader has unexpectedly perished, stabbed in the back by her own Master of Whispers. The Expanse is swiftly losing its protectors right when communication with the Imperium is being disrupted by the raging warp. Basically, all the Expanse has left is me and you, if you follow my instructions.
What kind of deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them. As proof of the seriousness of my hopes for you, I can assign Heinrichs as your escort. He is my best agent, and I would not offer his company to anyone but my most trusted ally.
Is your opinion on Henry so useful to have around?
Without a doubt, Master Van Kellogg's has earned my complete trust by repeatedly demonstrating courage, loyalty, and cunning. His mathematical mind, not given to sentiment, can be of great use in an emergency. You, my dear Heinrichs, have made a far better agent than you would have a pilot of an Imperial Knight.
I mean, I don't really use him, but sure.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
Sounds ambiguous, yeah.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
Oh, shut up.
My favor takes other forms as well. I seem to remember that your exalted aristocrats presented you with many gifts. It would be rude of me not to follow suit. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
Removes a signet ring from his finger.
The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. White is beautiful, yet vulnerable. It stains as easily as one can lose the Inquisition's trust. Do all you can to preserve it.
don't think it would be wise to antagonize the freaking Inquisition. That's for damn sure. I don't want any dealings with them. I'm not going to drop to my knee. I'm not going to bow respectfully. Oh, Lord. Smile, see no reason to refuse such a generous gift.
Then we have reached a consensus, and I am pleased to see it. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened, but not now, I presume. Right now, it will be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
You completed chapter 2. I didn't like that.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
You spend the first few hours of your morning listening to the High Factorum's lengthy reports, the latest trade exchanges, agreements, disputes, and countless bureaucratic procedures. On the outside of the illuminated, tightly closed windows, you hear muffled sounds of Argonis and its everyday life. Thank you for your report, High Factorum. Your work is highly appreciated, both by everyone here and the Adeptus Administratum. Your Lordship, we're almost done here. We just need to go over the final items of today's agenda. I would like to report to you personally. Lost track of how long I've been trapped in Dargonis for the good of the Protectorate. Hurry up. I better hear some good news today. I'll strive my best to live up to your expectations, your Lordship. Having to pass Gibbs for lower subjects. High nobility of Dargonis. It goes without saying that every living soul in your protectorate is blessed to serve yada yada. However, the humble gesture is meant as a token of deepest appreciation of your magnanimity towards their esteemed families. Okay. So you made, delivery of several tons of supplies. For your journey, the house is also transferring a regiment of its finest into your personnel charge. Cool. You're being apprised. Nice. Sent shuttles carrying sacred technology. Slumbering peacefully. The keen spirits of these devices have been pacified and slumbering peacefully. Cool. Holy gifts, people. Arranged several regiments of extreme, expertly trained servants of the Emperor to be transferred to your personal command. Will serve as an honor guard for the holy relics. Did I hear that correct? Macaria Sauerback is sending me gifts. Exactly correct, your lordship. The port services are already received the aforementioned resources. Just Lord Sauerback. If I'm to venture a guess, your lordship, I believe the esteemed chancellor has staggered by such an irregular display of generosity from a man who is rather known for voicing his doubts in rogue traders as a class. It would seem you made quite an impression on Macarais, the old miser. I mean, trying to bang his wife. Lordship news of particular import have come from the House Intelligence Network. Lord Inquisitor Calazar is rumored to be planning a visit to Footfall. A number of Imperial Navy ships were commandeered by Calazar. There'd be scrambled to Footfall. Furthermore, we received reports claiming that secret messages were delivered to the capital worlds of Corda and Winterscale. It's possible that Lord Inquisitor call to arms may smother the conflict that is brewing between the two dynasties. We are seeing increasing number of skirmishes between their ships in neutral systems. I do not doubt that Her Ladyship Corda will attempt to sway the Lord Inquisitor to her side. Especially since his lordship, Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riots have broken out several of his worlds, and yet he has shown no intention of quelling them. It's said the rogue trader inflicted brutal punishments upon his oldest colonies, Vesuvia Secundus, based on allegations of seditious sentiment. Oddly enough, our agents were unable to find any proof of sedition among the populace there. And lastly, your pet Xenos, I believe, is seeking a meeting with you. You had the audacity to defile the rogue trader's palace with her profane presence, and refuses to leave until she has spoken with you. I would never presume to be able to read the emotions of Xenos, but Eldari has appeared perturbed. I believe she mentioned a void ship of some sort. Maybe best if she told you everything directly. And with that, please allow me and Master Danrock to take our leave. Perhaps that last request will serve as a welcome distraction. Indeed, your lordship's stay on Dargonis has been rather long. However, your protector will enjoy a period of relative stability for the time being. No longer demand your lordship's personal involvement. Okay, thanks. Okay, so as long as I don't move, that's fine. Let's go with that. Go find what's her face. And Tark, at last you have left your ornate cage. For many turn I have sought to meet you. And your servants, the one who is like the silver-haired Abelard,